Good morning from Vietnam. And here I'm at my first Buddhist temple here in Vietnam, which is one of almost 30,000 in the entire country, because this country is made up of Taoism, Confucianism, and Buddhism. And you can see behind me, there's a massive, massive statue of Golden Buddha. Now today I'm going to be taking you through the city of Dalat, a small mountainous city here in Vietnam that not too many people know about, and I only found out by looking on the map myself. But what we're going to do is probably the most Vietnamese thing you can do in the country. And that is ride around on a Vietnamese motorbike, which I got for the price of $3.50 for the entire day. And check this thing out. This motorbike that I got, no driver's license, no proof of insurance. No, that's not a thing here in Vietnam. And it comes with full fuel, and it comes with this stylish purple helmet. My favorite part about getting the motorbike is the lack of questions asked for the motorbike. There was no process of asking if I knew how to ride the motorbike. It was, here's the start button, here's the key, have it back by 6 p.m. We've just arrived at the clay tunnels of Vietnam, and let me tell you, driving a motorbike here for the first time is absolutely mental. You'll see everything that you never, traffic laws don't exist, people are driving with sinks on the back of their motorbikes, some guy had 40 cartons of eggs. It's going to be an interesting but fun time here in Vietnam. You know, sometimes things just don't make sense. How this ticket was 90,000, yet my motorbike today was only 80,000, but check this out. Clay tunnels of Vietnam. Guys, check this out. I just got into a part of this park. Basically, it's a park with all these clay tunnels and figures. And this is a COVID-19 park, and it's a bunch of statues. Like look at this. Look at this. It's all basically just making fun of it. So there's a statue right here of like hand sanitizer beating up the virus. There's a little syringe thing over there. This is only in Vietnam. And this is what I'm talking about. Look at this massive syringe going into the virus, killing all 3 of them. But it gets even better. It gets even better. When you come over to here, you see a bunch of little statues of the virus in jail. Like, what in the world? Nowhere would I think it'd be in Vietnam. Vietnam is a very strange place. And lastly, you can see the warriors here, I guess, are fighting off the particles and the bacteria. They're even raising the white flag. Check this out. This guy here, poor soul, he's got the white flag going on. Wow. Let's get out of here while we still can. Well, I thought I escaped the craziness for a time, but I've wandered into Vietnam's clay city. Wow. Now in front of us is one of Vietnam's most famous picturesque spots where people come. It's within the clay village here. It's 2 faces. They're absolutely massive. And most of Vietnam, you can find situations like this where there are just absolutely beautiful places surrounded by greenery. I used to think that the best scenery and the best forest and the best agriculture in the world that I've ever seen was in Costa Rica, but honestly, I think now it's Vietnam. Well, that clay village was quite interesting, but it is getting a bit dark here in Vietnam, and it's gonna rain tonight, and the last thing I wanna do is get caught in the rain and in the dark on a Vietnam road. So we're gonna head back, and I'm gonna show you the chaos of driving here in Vietnam. Now, driving here in Vietnam is incredibly dangerous, so you need to know what you're doing. Almost everyone here in Vietnam rides a motorbike. and everyone drives incredibly slow because the roads are in not great condition. A lot of the times it is wet and rainy here, and crazy things happen, like dogs running into the street, children running into the street, and large trucks will come and pass you on your side of the road. They will be coming directly at you. So driving here in Vietnam is very, very interesting, but it's fun. It's fun. Just always be careful. Now, this is where I wanted to take a minute and describe the absolute insanity of driving here in Vietnam. As you can see, I'm on a super slow road, and cars just out of nowhere will cut you off and just start driving. It's basically no rules at all, but everyone is super cautious, but there's so many people. As you see me pulling up here to a stoplight, and I'm gonna park here, and you can just see the amount of motorbikes coming in, and right now it's like dry, but it's super, the rain comes out of nowhere, right? So it's super dangerous when it's rainy, and there's all these motorbikes going on. And now we're actually gonna pick it up here and go into the madness. We have a green light, and you can see there are motorbikes coming from every direction. And I'm somebody who used to ride back in the United States, and so I know a lot of the rules of the road, and I'm very comfortable, but this is something else. Right here, you can see there's motorbikes in every different lane position possible, and we're gonna come up to, in a minute, this massive traffic jam where everybody is stuck. Like, this car right here is trying to merge in while I have a motorbike coming on my right, 2 motorbikes coming on my right, and it's absolute chaos. You usually can fit anywhere from 4 to 5 motorbikes in one lane, and you see everyone carrying everything from cartons of eggs to sinks to ducks. I saw someone with a bucket of ducks. Basically, people are holding on to their children, holding on to their puppies. It is mad, and you can see right here. So this is a massive traffic jam because some people are trying to get through, others, and this red car in front of us is actually just going to stop this guy from going through, which just adds into the absolute madness. One of the craziest moments of my life by far. This is the craziest situation I have ever put myself in my entire life. Driving here is absolutely mental. All right, guys, I've made it back to my hostel, and let me just tell you, driving through at night in Vietnam here, that was the most insane thing that I've ever done. Swerving between different bikes, trucks, having people go in different directions. It was absolutely mental, and I am so glad to be back, and I'm gonna absolutely fall asleep now, but I hope you enjoyed that little venture journey in Vietnam, and there's gonna be much more to come, so stay tuned for that. See ya.